back, folks, to Let's Play Alleyway, and when last we left off, I thought the game would have an ace or two up its sleeve, but not an entire deck like I'm seeing before me. For this game has many devious tricks that it's already pulled on me, and it's only level 23. Take this for instance, 2 lines of blocks moving in opposite directions, but also taking the indestructible blocks with them, presenting a moving obstacle that we have to try and navigate around, but one that we could also take advantage of by having the ball get trapped on the edge of a screen as we go through a hole to the middle bit, and then have the ball bounce around and score lots of points. Points that we desperately need because we only have 8,089. Now I know I'm saying only, but that's a long way away from the next extra life barrier, and I don't know if we have a 0 life. So let's be very careful as we press forth. And we actually managed to hit a block. I was half expecting to ping off an indestructible block to begin with. Nope, there are the pings off the indestructible blocks. Them constantly moving makes it really tricky to get into the middle area. That hole is really small. And we nearly got caught on the edge there. I wonder what happens if you do get caught and smushed, as it were, on the edge. What does the game do? It probably has something coded in to deal with it. There we go, a few more points. We want to get into the middle bit. We really want to get into the middle part so that we can score lots of points and clear a lot of the middle blocks. That wasn't too bad, but I do need to very intently follow his ball. Very intently. This game got a lot more difficult quite quickly, and I barely noticed until my lives started running out. That is the, I wonder how the bounce there worked. That is the hallmark of a great puzzle game. You don't realise it's got tricky until suddenly game over appears on the screen and you go, what? I'm out of lives? That's it? I don't think this game... Oh, there we go. We nearly got caught there. I don't think this game has continues either, so if we do lose, we're all the way back to the beginning. Just got to get through... Well, nearly got caught there as well. Just got to get through a hole and stay there. Getting a few blocks here and there is good, but I really want to get stuck there. Nope, not there. Aha! There we go! That'll certainly help a little bit. When it came to puzzle games, I didn't actually play too many of them on the Game Boy. I preferred to play platformers and the odd RPG, and even some of the 1v1 fighting games. I was terrible at them, but I did enjoy playing them. I had on one of the multi-carts a Japanese version of Samurai Shodown. I wasn't very good at that, but I really did enjoy playing it, and I figured out what option was easy so that I could get to the very end. I had a few favourite characters. I couldn't tell you what their names were. As I said, the game was in Japanese, and I can't read that. Now, we've managed to get all of the blocks in the very middle part, which is good. I was a little worried that we wouldn't be able to. We're not getting anything here, though. Oh, and now it's gotten really small. But we have managed to get most of the blocks. And the only ones we actually have left are 3 of the middle ones and all the ones at the top. And now we only have 1 of the middle ones left. And this is what I was hoping would happen. The ball getting stuck at the top and just getting us loads and loads of points and clearing many of the things. But unfortunately, we're back to trying to make sure it doesn't fall. If only the game would just go, hey, you can just have this protective barrier here that prevents it from falling. And there we go! Level 24 complete. And now we're back to here. We've seen this level before, only this time it's going to start descending. And I haven't yet decided whether the game determines when it descends by how many times the ball hits the paddle or how many blocks you deal with. I do not know. It could even be timed. Nothing else in the game is timed, and that was cutting it a little bit too close there. Way too close. It's already fallen down once. We need to... Oh, it's fallen down again. I need to get rid of more of these blocks. I need more points. But I don't think the game is going to... Aha! You see that there? That's what we're going to be dealing with. And there we go with getting this stuck. Actually, this is going to get a little bit easier once we get rid of the middle indestructible blocks there. And I was about to say, I'm a little bit concerned that we may have got this stuck forever, but nope. There we go. It's a little bit simpler now. On the other hand, we really need to actually get some points here. We're not getting points. The angling of this little area... Oh, there we go. Let's hope it gets stuck there for quite a while. It might. It didn't. Oh well. Looks like we're about to lose all of these points. I'll give it my all to get them. Oh wow, this is going down really quickly. Every single time I hit something. Oh, and it's reversed the position of the indestructible blocks there. Making a different layout for the level. And I think it may have stopped going down. Yep, it stopped going down. All those points that we could have got, they are gone forever. But it's okay, if we can get past this, we can get to the bonus level, and we can get a extra life. That is the hope, anyway. The position of these, we really need to, there we go, I was about to say we really need to move away from that, because we weren't getting anywhere there. We're not actually getting anywhere here either. Oh, there we go, a little bit of headway, and a little bit more. It gets really difficult after a while to pay absolute attention to where the ball is, because you're also trying to look up at where the ball is going to bounce to. But you need more to focus on where your paddle is relative to where the ball is going to go. You've got to constantly split your attention. And I think I'm slowly getting better at it. I'm probably better at this game than I've ever been. And I probably should change the angle here. There we go. Otherwise we are never going to actually get anything there. And of course, there is nothing stopping the ball from hitting the very top of the screen, and thus shrinking the size of the paddle. Maybe the final level will throw me a bone and get rid of that. Oh, who am I kidding? That's not going to happen. Now, is it going to... Yep, it's going to hit the top. And is it going to bounce down? No, it's going to stay up there. It's going to stay up. Could you stay up for the rest of the level? Nope. The answer is no. Need to be very careful because I have far less coverage at the bottom. But that's nothing new. That's nothing new for about 3/4 of the levels I've been in. Need to wait. Need to actually start hitting the ones on the right-hand side. We haven't been able to get in there for a while. There we go! Speak of that, we got in! But not for very long. Get rid of all of them. Only just managed to bounce that back. I do that far too often. Far too often. Need to keep paying attention. Now, if we can get that final one that's there, or any of them, there we go, we got that one. Now we just have to focus on the right-hand side. And bounce it in like that. I'd like to say that that was skill, but we all know it wasn't. We all know it wasn't. And there we go! Ho-ho! Bonus stage! Oh, it's Bowser! Watch out! I'm not going to watch out for the points, though! I like the points. The points are awesome. That should get us a few things. We ideally want to get an extra life here. Unfortunately, that wasn't well aimed at all. This is not going so well in terms of getting points. That should probably get me... something? Nope, nothing at all. I've already hit it at that angle. There we go, that's a new angle. Points! Remember when I used to get very close to actually clearing these stages? Me neither! Probably closer than I've ever been with this one, though. So close to an extra life. 8,947. Nice play! Nintendo! Are there only 24 stages? Or does it count the secret stages as well? I think, folks, we might have got to the very end of Alleyway. Try again! Oh, it loops infinitely, doesn't it? Stage 25. Yep, loops infinitely. So we can keep going for score. What I'm very curious about is I'm curious about what happens when you get to 9,999 points. And it's been so long, indestructible blocks blocking the top of the screen, that I forgot what you being there looked like. So glad to see you. There's that extra life. So you can just, that was a bit peculiar. The sound went completely there for a moment, unlike previous ones. Strange. Maybe it's because we're getting close to breaking the game irreparably. No, I highly doubt it. So the game does go on forever, making this a score attack game, as it were. You're just trying to get a high score and go, look, I got 50,000 points in Alleyway. You only got 50,000? I got 60,000. Well, I got infinity points. Said nobody ever, because I don't think many people were bragging about their score in Alleyway. Most people were talking instead about the other games, like how far they got in Super Mario Land, and things like that. Or how good they were at Tetris. Now, this game doesn't have a two-player mode as far as I know, something else that worked against it. But then again, how would you do a two-player mode? Would it be a cooperative? Would it be a versus? It would probably be a cooperative, and then you would have loads of different levels to work through together. That would actually have been a really good thing for the game, but no such thing. But what can I say about Alleyway? It's a game that, upon diving into the later parts of it, surprised me with how complicated it was, and how challenging it could be. Also, this last block is going to cause a problem. Of course it's going to cause a problem, but it was a problem we were able to circumvent. And now it is moving! This is the opportunity where you can regain loads of lives and make sure you have enough to deal with the later part. I mean, in theory, you could go infinite. I wonder how many levels the game actually keeps track of. Does it get to level 99 and then break? I don't know. I'm sure somebody knows. That almost looked like a fish up there. And then it stopped looking like a fish when I got rid of more of the blocks. This bit of information brought to you by Kikoskia, the man desperately trying to prevent a ball from going to the bottom of the play screen. By desperately, I mean he's inevitably going to fail at some point. Just need to get through this stage, and then I think the next one, and then we should be able to get enough points in the bonus stage to see what happens when you get past 9999 score. I just want to see that. As for this game, I was talking about it, I think this game deserves more attention. This game deserves to be looked at more when discussing the launch titles of the Game Boy, because yes, it is a breakout clone, but it's a well-put-together breakout clone. And yes, the Mario branding, as it were, is shoehorned in, but it doesn't detract from the gameplay. It's still got very solid gameplay, and this, had I have had it with my Game Boy I got for Christmas all those years ago, I would have been very happy. As it happens, I got Burai Fighter and The Flash, I believe, were the games that I got first. I wasn't very good at The Flash, and I wasn't very good at Burai Fighter either, so I ended up playing my siblings' games quite a bit instead. At some point we'll hit this. Not that time. Can I just stay here? Yes, mostly. It is actually now bouncing off, so I do have to move. And a good thing too, because there we go with the stage done. Now we know what comes here. We know what happens. Lots of points, that's what happens. It does take quite a while to get through to the very end, though. I could maybe do it a little bit faster with better knowledge of what's to come in the levels, but it does have its challenge. And there are no difficulty sliders, so the challenge is always the same every time. And I'm very impressed with what I've seen. Giving this game the chance it deserves has shown me that it's a lot better than I thought it was, and I shouldn't have been disregarding it all this time. To be fair, when I got all those multi-cart games, I was trying to get different games rather than Alleyway, but still, really fun. And if you want a puzzle game to play on the go, and you're still using your Game Boy, I would highly recommend giving this one a go. I wonder how many people these days are still carrying their Game Boys around for entertainment. Probably not a original Game Boy. Those things are quite hefty, but a Game Boy Color, maybe? Game Boy Micro wouldn't work for Game Boy games. I'm pretty sure the Game Boy Micro does not have the capability to play Game Boy games. The SP does, though. You can carry around an SP. I have an SP somewhere around here. I'm just gotta get this one. There we go! Now, bonus stage. It's Mario! And now it is not Mario, for we have slain Mario! Gonna get loads and loads of points. And hopefully we'll get... no, we're not actually going to get to the point where we get that extra life. Let's bounce like that and get all of these. Or not, because you've already bounced like that. And no, I was about to say I literally bounced the same way back, but we didn't, because we got a few of them. I'm doing really terribly at getting these, aren't I? Yes, yes I am. Wow. And then Kiko got none of the blocks there. I did better the first time round. Ah well, it's all about angling, and sometimes I'm not the best at that. But yes, definitely have enjoyed returning to Alleyway. It's a big surprise to see the depth that the game has without having things like power-ups and enemies to face, because some of the breakout games of later years had those things in there. Arkanoid certainly had those. But Alleyway just goes, there are a bunch of blocks, and you go. And it still manages to be fun. The hallmark of a good game. It being fun. I've certainly enjoyed it. But we're not done just yet. I am still curious about that score. What happens when we get that score beyond 9999? The game explodes! No, I doubt the game's going to explode. Maybe it'll do something like Pac-Man does with the stage numbers. And there we go. Small paddle again. And uses symbols. That could work. Also, maybe we could actually hit some of these blocks, me? No, why would we want to hit any of the blocks? We kind of want to hit the blocks so that we can get to the very end. There we go. Bounce over there. Get that. Now we just need to get these ones. That'll help, but we are not done yet. Nearly done, though. We only have 2 more. We only have 1 more. And we're going to miss it forever, aren't we? We probably are. Darn it. There we go. 9895. This stage should do it. Stage 29. If we can get through this line of low-scoring blocks. We will. We will. There's definitely more than 100 points on this level. And then there isn't 100 points, and we are sad. Do like just how they can make it more complicated just by moving things. Having things move, having things descend. All these things. And the fact that the longer you play it, the more your attention can slip. It's, I imagine there was a lot of testing of this game to determine just how difficult they need to make it to make the gameplay something where you go, just one more level, and Alleyway has that feel of you just want to see if you can get a little bit further, get a few more points, see if you can work towards 1 more extra life, and that, along with it being fun, hallmark of a good game. Hallmark of a good game, and this game is good. needs more attention, as I said, put to it. But we have seen every single unique level that we can see. This is the second circuit round just for that score, and once we see what the score does, we will end the only way that we know how, by losing all of our lives and having it game over. And we'll see the game over screen, which, if I know games from this era, and remember this game, it just says game over. Ah! There we go, it's gone back to 0, but now we have a flower to indicate 10,000 points. Interesting, so it does do the Pac-Man symbol thing. And with that, I think it's best that we let all of these fall into oblivion, and we see the game over screen. Mario jumps out after the ball, and we get a little ditty saying game over. And now the top score is my score. Take that, 200 points that were there before that you can practically beat by getting to level 2. That is a really low top score. A really low bar to go, hey, you can totally get through here. Also, is this stage 0? It is stage 0. And there are 0 lives here. Interesting. We've seen this stage before, but it wasn't stage 0. I like that they've done that. And they do this so that you don't think that anything is being spoiled. Yet we have seen that stage. It is a lot later. Also, this player is pretty good. I imagine this actually isn't a player. This is actually just a program running. Because look at how intently the paddle is following the ball. I couldn't do that to that level of precision. That is definitely a program following that there. And so, I'm Kikoskia, and that was Let's Play Alleyway, a little look into a game that launched alongside Tetris and all the other launch titles of the Game Boy, but doesn't get as much attention. Again, this is Stage 0 again. Interesting that they put the demo stages to Stage 0. I wonder if you can actually find a way to get to these stages, as it were, and play them as Stage 0. I'm sure somebody's looked into that. What is to come after Alleyway? Well, I may end up diving into something else that's quite small. Alternatively, I may dive into something that's a lot bigger and silly. Who knows what is to come? But hopefully, it will rock. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later. Look at the computer go! The computer's far better than me, but then again, that makes sense. It's a computer. Later.